It's me. Don't let the costume fool you guys. Hammer Time Podcast episode number 4 is live with myself, Luke, and Drew. Drew, thanks for joining us, pal.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Nice
Appreciate
to
it.
see you, Drew.
Welcome to the squad.
It's an honor.
We're glad to have you. Right, so you're the new guy, so explain your costume real quick. Are you an old man?
No, I'm not an old man, dude. I'm a newsie, specifically crutchy. If you haven't seen the Newsies, any of you out there watching this podcast, you should go do that like after you watch this podcast, because the podcast is more important. But like the next thing on your list, Newsies.
No, I have seen the Newsies. Not a big Newsies guy. You went a little too heavy into Newsies for me, so I don't know what my grade
I'm
is
just
for
saying,
it.
one of the Bash brothers got his start, like from the Mighty Ducks, got his start in the Newsies. Does that make it a little bit better? Because
A little bit.
in my books,
That's the only thing it has going for it.
So you're an old man.
pretty much.
Yes, that's the moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
All right, Luke, what about you? What do you got?
I took it back to high school, America's Best Dance Crew, Jabberwockies. Have the mask. It's really fucking scary looking, though. Not going to put it on. But
Come on, for the fans. Just real quick.
it's bad, though. It's really
It's all right,
bad.
it's all right. Just for the fans.
Duh!
Yeah, that's enough.
Someone murdered another person with this mask on. There's no doubt in my mind. Someone went to the party store, used this to like hold up a bank or something like that. No doubt.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't doubt that at all.
But I'm a Jabberwocky. I'm a Jabberwocky. So
Awesome. Cool. So this is my first skin suit, a tuxedo skin suit, as you can see, with the bow tie and the buttons and everything. Very like it's like business cash.
Yeah.
But I got the mask too. The mask is kind of creepy. And the one thing they don't tell you about when you wear these things is that you really can't see when you wear them. So I'm gonna take it off so I can see you guys. And
Supposedly you could swim in those things.
I don't know. I
on
mean,
the
I'll tell you what.
I doubt it.
It's pretty thin. I'm very, very, very loose here, which is nice, but it's tight. It's warm. It's just not very slimming is the only problem for me.
Yeah.
Which is why I have the camera directed here about.
You're sitting down. Yeah.
It
Makes
tits up here.
sense.
It's a good thing because the camera adds 10 pounds, so like you have the angle right.
Yeah, no, it's very premeditated. Everything's planned out in the head.
It's science.
It's definitely premeditated. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's also a little itchy, because it's kind of on your skin, so it's kind of hard to itch yourself without starting to bleed.
I like it. I like it without the mask. I think
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. I wear it with like a crown sometimes. It doesn't really no match, but like it's a hat. It's a costume.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
whatever I want.
you don't really have to explain yourself. You know what I mean?
You're damn right. So yeah, so we're in Halloween costumes. Halloween this week. Very, very excited. It's a great holiday. But before we get started, Luke, you got some explaining to do. You bailed last week on us, and you canceled last night, last minute, so we had to postpone until today. Care to explain yourself?
Well, first of all, it says a lot that you postponed both for today because you knew you needed me. You didn't have me last week. This week came around, you're like, we need him back. But what happened was that after work on Friday, me and a bunch of my buddies went to Hoboken after work. Started drinking at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Didn't stop till 3 in the morning. Long story short, I left my bag that had my laptop and all my other important stuff, and I wasn't able to get it till Monday. So I paid the consequences. I didn't have a laptop for fantasy football on Sunday. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. So yeah, that one's on me. That's my bad.
So the old leave my bag in Hoboken excuse. Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it, but it's all right.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that one.
Yeah. And then last night you just bailed, but whatever. Yeah.
I have no excuse actually.
Yeah.
That's no excuse.
But before we start, I do have one more bone to pick with you. It's not so much of a thought coming from myself. It's more of a public consensus opinion, a concern of the town. You're still in possession of an Arrowhead softball jersey, and
I know.
The team is back.
I understand that it needs to be better. Every time someone contacts me to pick it up, I'm not home. And then I forget about it after that because, it's just out of my mind. You know what I mean? But now that you mentioned it tonight, I'll make sure to take it out when we're finished, take it out, and then tomorrow when I get home, I'll bring it to somebody. I might bring it to you.
It's very selfish.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
it's selfish, it's wrong, and I'm sorry.
What you don't know is that the person who's playing without the jersey gets up to bat with one strike already.
Wow.
That's on me.
So I know that you cost the team while you were playing, and now you're costing the team while you're not playing.
I had the second game I played, I played horribly.
Like really terrible?
Yeah.
Did you strike out?
I had 4 errors at first, and then I moved myself into the outfield. It was the worst softball I've played in years.
I hope they moved you to right field because that's the real right center. Okay. Yeah, that's not the worst though.
Yeah, I guess not. It's still the timeout area though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Eric, I'll say this though. Nothing was worse than when we played with 8 players.
Yeah, that was bad. But that was
the worst day ever.
We've come a long way since then. In the regular season, we won 1 game. This past weekend was brutal. We lost both games 8-7.
Wow.
Well, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh boy.
The first game we were winning 6-0.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Then it was 6-6. Then we were up 7-6. Then they tied it. And then they won. And in the second game we were down 8-0, and we scored 7 in the last inning and came up short.
Oh, wow. Both ends of the spectrum.
So
I'm actually happy I wasn't there because I don't think my heart could handle that.
Yeah. Well, we got playoffs this week, so hopefully we'll take that as a little.
You got right the hot streak. That's it.
The scoreboard's a 0-0 on Sunday morning, so we're all good.
That's it.
Listen, man, whoever gets hot in the postseason, doesn't matter what happened in the past. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Hot team wins.
Yeah. All right, quick NFL recap. Patriots are good. Steelers are good. The Jets are embarrassing.
The Giants had a bye.
And that's about it. Anything specifics?
Well, if we're going to be doing NFL recaps, I'm going to give the Colts update. Obviously, everyone knows I'm all New York sports, but when it comes to football, I've just always been a Colts fan. Anyone that's known me growing up has known that about me. Unfortunately, this week, we've been watching Ben Roethlisberger for a very long time. He's never played better football than that game that he just played.
He's a gigantic person, too.
That was absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe what was happening. Antonio Brown has been possessed all year too, and yeah, they tore the Colts up, man. That was rough. I really felt like coming after the shutout of the Bengals last week that we'd be riding that wave with the defense, and I mean he just torched us, absolutely torched us. Luck almost mounted a come. The center stepped on his foot and he fell ass first into the
that was hilarious.
to the end zone, and it was a safety, and that was all she wrote.
That's something the Jets would do, but the Jets don't even have the ball. They just throw interceptions all day, so we don't get
exactly. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Vic's starting next week. I'm sure you know that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean he's got to start. Gino's done with New York. I'm sick of that guy. I don't want to see him in a Jet jersey ever again. He's a piece of shit.
Wow, that's bold.
Eric, I was having a conversation with a couple of my Jet fan friends yesterday. I want how do you do it every year? It's really hard for me to understand how you go in every year and this is the team that's gonna do it, and then the same shit just happens,
Yes, I know. Drew, you still there? Anything about football yesterday on your mind?
Oh yeah. I'm a Giants fan, so I was pretty pumped that the Eagles lost. Who thought the Cards would be this good? Bruce Arians is the man.
They're good.
I read an article on Bruce Arians on ESPN, and that dude's the man. So
I'm a big fan of Bruce Arians.
I'm all about that dude. Yeah. So that's all I got though.
Great, nice and simple NFL. Jets will play next week in Kansas City, lose again, and we'll do this again. Moving on. The number one celebrity in the news this week is the boy Rick Ross. He lost mad weight. He's like not super skinny, but he's shedding some lbs, and he's giving the credit to pears. So he eats a lot of pears. He gave a quick shout out to all the pears. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but
I did see that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's my whole thing that I took out of this story. Why at this point did he finally realize, like, wow, I'm really fucking. Do you think he just didn't care, or one day he looked at himself and was like, wow, this is where I draw the line. I should really just start eating pears 3 times a day and just see what happens.
I think it's a totally different angle. I think he's just like he's such a big name out there that he's just gonna start. He's just gonna set trends, whatever he does.
Okay.
And, he probably just a big pear fan, and he decided to like make sure everyone knows about it. And I bet you start seeing people eating pears more. That's what I think.
He's trying to get sponsored by pears, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. I think you'll go out tomorrow. I bet you someone eating a pear.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Whether or not they mention Rick Ross about it when you ask him, I don't know, but we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have 2 things. First thing, I'm pumped up that he didn't lose weight like Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Because that was miserable. So I'm pumped up about that. And 2, I really hope it doesn't affect his rapping, because like now that I saw this article, I really think that when he was rapping and he's like, I think I'm Big Meech. I'm pretty sure that was like weight related, not like style or anything else. Like he just literally couldn't breathe anymore. So
I agree. He has a fat guy voice. He can't be a skinny guy. He can't.
Like, yeah. I hope his next song he doesn't come out and he has like a really high pitched voice or something like that, and like just rap career over.
Yeah. Quick tidbit about Jonah Hill. I don't know if you've seen him lately. He is enormous.
Oh no!
He's so big.
I haven't seen him.
He's like accepted big.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it for a movie?
I don't know, but he's round. He's a circle.
He's back at that old school Jonah Hill stuff. It's awesome.
It's great. It's great stuff. All right. Another big thing in the news: Ebola has hit New York City. Drew, what's your take on that?
I just think my favorite part of the whole Ebola thing was the guy went bowling while he had Ebola. Like, I can't think of a lot of better things to do. Like, I'm gonna go bowling, and it was like a really bougie bowling alley too, like one that like has like a bar and it's like super hip, and he was like had Ebola and was like, nah, I'm just gonna go bowling right quick. Try and get a turkey. See you guys later. Yeah,
I'm bleeding out of all my orifices. Let's go hit the lane.
Yeah, let's go catch 10 frames real quick. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
This was my question. Was it cosmic bowling? Because then it's completely okay. If it's cosmic, I don't care if it's strep.
That changes everything.
Or Ebola, you gotta go.
Yeah. Luke, what about you? You work in the city, so are you afraid of Ebola?
I'm going to be honest. I thought we'd all be dead by now. Like, when I heard that it was in New York, I was like, all right. It was nice having a human civilization. I thought we were going to be done by now. So every day I wake up and don't have Ebola, I feel lucky. I don't know how you contain something like that in the city, man. But I'm not a science guy, so I know nothing about how diseases like that spread. I really haven't read a lot about Ebola because I'm scared of it. It's like a horror movie. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. As you might know, I already had it. Well, about 2 weeks ago.
We talked about this.
Yeah, I already had it, so it is as bad as they say. I don't know how I got through. I know how I got through it, but like I woke up to a couple days in a row. I thought that was the end.
Yeah.
But here we are. So, Got to thank the big man upstairs for that, and also the Laffy Taffies that I ate because that was the real cure.
Yes, of course.
What
Yeah.
flavor Laffy Taffy was it?
Oh,
Banana?
I had a whole bag. I had a whole mess of Laffy Taffies.
It's good. So it's a whole
That's the metric term for how many Laffy Taffies you had.
A whole mess.
Mess.
Yeah. All right. That's a good segue, though. Candy, Halloween. Halloween's this Friday. I'm pumped.
Yep.
It's a great holiday. Quick question. I don't know if you guys have you ever seen Hocus Pocus?
Of course.
Come on.
Okay.
Insulted that you have to ask.
Me too.
Well, I watched it for the first time on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
Wow.
Game changer, bro.
What?
Game changer.
Yeah, it was okay. I was a little disappointed, to be honest. I heard a lot of good things. I probably wouldn't want to watch it again, to be honest.
You know what, man? It's because you didn't watch it when we were younger. It's totally different.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
can you imagine someone our age watching like who had never seen, let's say, the Mighty Ducks before? They would probably think the movie was bad.
disagree. That's a great movie.
Yeah. It depends which one, too.
No, it doesn't.
We'll get into that later.
Yes, it does, dude. If someone watched D3 right now, I feel like it would be a little tough to, like, get into the picture with the whole plot, the whole story. Where did all these kids come from? That's my take on it. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Either way,
all right.
Get back to so you didn't like Hocus Pocus. That's what you're saying.
No, I did not like it.
Back in the track.
I liked it. It was okay. It was good. That's it though. If it was on TV, I'd flip right through it.
All right, we're not going to argue about it. I think it's different because you didn't watch it and you don't appreciate it as much.
I wanted to. Like it. I did.
I wouldn't sit and watch the whole movie though. Like I would just when it's on, like,
me either.
I click it on, watch like 5 minutes, and then it's off, and then like I come back to it. Like it's that type of movie.
There were a couple funny parts. The witch with the blonde hair, she was pretty funny because she was like stupid and everything. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was okay.
She's from Sex and the City.
Yeah. I know who she is.
Side note.
Got like 3 first names.
What?
He has like 3 first names. What's her name?
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Oh, no. Sarah Jessica Parker. That's it.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
They all
I just
have-
put like 8 different actresses together.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. Anyway, do you guys have any like candies that you hate? You used to hate getting when you went trick or treating?
Yeah, I'll jump in here.
I have a few.
Yeah. If you got a Heath bar from any house, I want to set their lawn on fire. No one likes Heath bars. You know what I mean? Like that's atrocious. Dude, just anyone that's watching this, don't give that out at Halloween because people are gonna hate you. Same with Milk Duds.
Oh, gross.
Oh. I
brutal.
did mind Milk Duds. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gross.
No, you're torturing yourself. It's like every time you look at it, it's like, oh wow, Milk Duds. These totally aren't gonna get stuck to my teeth right now. Oh wait, they do.
Yeah, you know what, Drew? You don't actually like Milk Duds. You think you like Milk Duds. You don't. It's like Monopoly.
Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, I know you don't.
Monopoly either.
I'm telling you though, no, because Milk Duds are way better than Whoppers.
No way!
What?
Oh my God!
Stop it!
No way!
Stop it!
No way!
I knew I was gonna get that reaction too, because I like specifically remember trick or treating with Eric Hammer one year, and I traded all of my Whoppers to him.
Send him over.
You got played. You got played. You gave away all your Whoppers. What an idiot!
Dude, no, bring on the Milk Duds, yo.
Oh my God, bro! I'll give you my Milk Duds for free. I don't need Whoppers in return. My Milk Duds are garbage.
That's they're for poor people. Milk Duds are for poor people. I can't, Eric. How many times have you taken the milk carton of Whoppers just to the face?
Several times.
Just like one shot.
You know what I mean? Like nothing's better than that.
Several. All right, I think I have candies that have worse than both of those on my list.
I'm not a chocolate guy though. You know what I mean? Like give me Starburst all day.
What?
Okay, well the one chocolate that I had, that's not even really chocolate. And you don't really get them a lot, but the houses that give you like the peppermint patties.
Oh my God.
Those are the worst people ever.
Yeah.
It's like, who eats peppermint patties? My mom.
I don't know. What's your take on people that gave pretzels out?
That's not my thing. Those are the worst people in the entire world.
That was my mom's backup. Like if we ran out of
candy,
if we ran out of candy just in case, because like some Halloweens that were on Fridays and like kids literally trick or treated till like 11 o'clock at night. Like those kids got pretzels.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Like, listen, I don't get me wrong. I love pretzels, but when you get that little black bag. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, and they were pumpkin-shaped pretzels. Yep. You got like 6 of them, and there was only salt on like 2 of them. It was just terrible every single time. And that shit used to drive me crazy.
Yeah, those people are terrible people.
I'm sorry. That was my house. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I
want to make a public apology right now to everyone that got pretzels from my house.
I think I'm mad at you.
Yeah. I don't think. It wasn't like a lot. Like I'm telling you, like we always usually had.
Now you're like, no, you guys don't get it though.
I had to defend the Regino name, but I do say I think it also went by costume. Like when I got older and I handed out candy, if I didn't like a person or like a costume, I was like pretzel. Like
that's fair. That's fair. I like that.
Yeah. Cool with that. All right, and the other candy that I hate getting is dots.
Yes.
Maybe the worst candy of all time.
That's true.
Every time I get dots, I want to believe I'm not going to eat paper, and then every time I eat paper.
No, not those dots. Not those dots.
Oh! You're talking about the gummy dots.
No, the paper dots.
That's another level.
I fuck with the paper dots. I'm talking about the dots.
Me too.
That stupid yellow box, and they're like this big, and they're fat, and they suck ass.
Yeah, they're like, those are worse than Milk Duds.
No. Yes, they're not worse than Milk Duds.
They're worse than Milk Duds.
Oh. They're not worse than Milk Duds, but they're on that bottom tier.
It's like the same type of candy.
I'm putting them at the bottom of the barrel next to Good and Plenty. That's how bad they are.
True. Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a Good and Plenty. Like, even when I got it, I would just throw it away. I could confidently say I've never had it.
My mom puts Good and Plenty's on like a candy platter, and we have people over. She puts like I tell her, I'm like, Mom, like no one's gonna eat the Good and Plenty's. And at the end of the night, when all 4 trays are still there and 3 of them are empty, the one that's full has Good and Plenty on it. And I tell her, oh, yeah, I told you not to do that. And she's like, oh, plenty of people had them. No, nobody took them because nobody eats them.
That's a random name for a chocolate bar too. Like Good and Plenty. Like whatchamacallit is a way better name than Good and Plenty.
They look like medicine.
Yeah, they look like little pills. I don't know. They're terrible. They're terrible.
So my mom went shopping the other day for candy, and I asked her what she was getting, and she's like, oh, like I'll probably get like. She asked me what to get. I was like, oh, like you can't go wrong with Kit Kats and Reese's. Everyone likes that.
Obviously.
And I said to her, if you get the big candy bars, she actually mentioned to me, should I get the big ones? I said, if you get the big candy bars, you'd be the real MVP. That's what I said, word for word.
King of the Hill.
Yeah. Well, she came home with like 3 bags of assorted little candies. So,
Yeah, no, it's hard to make that next step, I feel like, as an adult into the big candy people. But when you do, I mean, you're treated like royalty for a year, basically. No one could ever be mad at you because you gave them the big candy bars for Halloween.
The problem with that, though, is then you're expected every year to bring those out. And like I remember there was a house by me, and I knew that they were giving out every year the big candy bars, so you had to go.
Mm-hmm.
So like the expectation can get to you.
You have to commit. You have to commit.
It's pressure.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now we blend in with all the other houses. We don't stand out. And the other day, like last week, somebody toilet papered our front lawn. There was toilet paper all over the trees. And that's why. And that's why, because we don't give out big candy.
If you can't beat them, join them.
If we give out big candy, nobody would fuck with my house.
No. Who would ever toilet paper a house that gave out the big candy bars? That's insane.
Your neighbors who were mad at you for showing them up.
What?
Like, I'm just saying, like, you might get toilet papered again because, like, the neighbors were like, oh, they're making us look bad because they have...
You know what, Drew? And rightfully so.
Rightfully so is right. At least there's a reasoning behind it.
I might even buy the candy myself.
Whoa.
There you go.
I said might.
Then might.
Yeah. All right.
You're putting that out in the public right there. Watch yourself.
Yeah. All right. And one more thing before we move on. Skittles are the best candy of all time. I will hear no argument.
If you don't think that, you're a loser, and I hate you.
Let's move on.
How good are sour Skittles, even though you want to, like, cut off your tongue after you eat them?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Worth the pain. Worth the pain every time.
Every time.
Great also. All right, let's keep moving. We got a lot to talk about.
All right.
Top 5 sports movies of all time. I've been back and forth with this for like a week. I can't sleep at night. I cannot come up with a list of 5.
I'm pretty sure I have a list of 8 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay. So try to do 5. You don't have to rank them. That's
Okay.
impossible.
That's
Literally
impossible.
Not possible. But
No.
I mean, I'm sure we'll have a few of the same. I have some honorable mentions also. I don't know if you guys did that.
I mean, I could rattle off a bunch. You posed the question to me. I kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit, and then when I was thinking about it today, I was like, all right, I'm just going to – the first 5 movies that I think of, that's what I'm going to say because those are the first 5 that, came to mind. So I'm just going to throw these out there. D2 The Mighty Ducks. 100%.
I just put all of the Mighty Ducks together, to be honest.
The Sandlot. Friday Night Lights. Miracle. And Rocky. That was the 5th one.
Those are good choices.
I
had 2 of the same on my list.
I had 3 of the same.
So for me, do you want to just go around?
No, keep going.
No, I'm just saying. For me, like the Mighty Ducks, like trilogy is just amazing. But D2, everyone knows that's the best one when they're in the Olympics. They have Keenan with the knuckle puck. They got I mean that is the squad. That's
Woo, Kenny Woo.
Yeah, the Bash Bros. He becomes. It's just too perfect of a movie. The reason the Sandlot got on my list.
The goalie.
Yeah, Gunnar Stahl. The reason the Sandlot was on my list, it's a little biased, but I just watched it. Oh yeah, no, well I watched it over the weekend too. And every time I watch it, I'm just like, wow, this really is my favorite baseball movie ever. I mean, it's perfect in every single way. The Rocky films are all just absolute classics. Friday Night Lights, I think is undisputed best football movie. I'll argue that to the death. That Friday Night Lights is the best football movie out there.
It's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's tough because I have 3 of the same, and I have Remember the Titans on mine, and I would debate that Remember the Titans is better than Friday Night.
That's what everyone argues. It's either of those 2.
It goes right back to it. But
so Eric, what's your 5?
What was your 5th?
My 5th is actually gonna probably you guys are gonna yell at me a little bit. But how I did my list was I did it on movies that I could just watch over and over and over again. So not necessarily like the best sports movies. I actually went with
the question was best sports movies.
I know. I actually went with Moneyball.
Terrible choice.
To mention that in the top 5 is
I had that
ridiculous.
as like my wild card. But I just wanted to put that in there because I knew you 2 wouldn't put it in there. I kind of wanted to change the game. But I also on the honorable
20 movies, sports movies better than that.
On the honorable mention list, which is probably up there too, I had The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, which is so underrated. I have Dodgeball, which is
on my honorable mentions.
Sports movie, dude. It is a sports movie.
Yeah.
And the last one, of course, is Slapshot, which a lot of people haven't seen. But if you're a hockey guy. I mean,
I watched that movie when I was 5 years old, Drew. My dad had me watch it on VHS.
First rated R movie, right?
Yeah, he forgot that there was like a sex scene and everything. Yeah. I just remember my dad be like, "Holy shit!" Fast forward through it. But yes, Slapshot's like the first really sports movie that was like a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's an absolute classic. Have you ever seen it, Eric?
I've seen Slapshot. I do like Slapshot.
It's usually high up on, like, if you look on the internet for best sports movies, it's usually in their top 5.
That's pushing it, man.
I'm just saying it's it's a critically acclaimed movie.
It
What's
is.
your top 5? Though?
All right. Well, I'm gonna rattle off my honorable mentions first. That didn't quite make the list. I mentioned a few already. Mighty Ducks, my honorable mention. Dodgeball. Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I also threw a couple ones that I really like. Little Giants.
Oh my God.
Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
I can't believe I forgot to say Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that was on my honorable mention list.
That one was pushing for my top 5. I couldn't justify it as like a sports movie over the other 5 out of my list.
True.
Eric, I think I just convinced myself that's in my top 5 now. I fucking love that movie.
I have The Sandlot's in my top 5, 100%.
Of course.
Miracles in my top 5.
Obviously.
The other 3, you guys didn't even mention. Rudy is my favorite football movie of all time.
It's a good one.
Okay. Rudy's great. Love Rudy. Coach Carter. I'm a big fan of Coach Carter.
I'm a big fan of Coach Carter as well.
Coach Carter. And the last one, I'm really disappointed in you guys. Really disappointed. Space Jam.
Oh. You know what? I'm disappointed in myself because when you first
it didn't even get an honorable mention, and I'm questioning our friendship now.
When you first gave me the question, like the first movie I thought of was Space Jam, and I was like, hands down, sports movie. Like, I mean, it's just you can't. But like also, it's like it's almost so good that it's like not even like, dude, like.
You can't even include it in a top 5 because it's on a different level. Than the top 5.
It's on Planet Moron.
Well, you know what? It was my question. I did include it in the top 5.
Yeah, there you
Eric,
go.
Honestly though, I'm way more concerned with the fact that you like Rudy better than Remember the Titans and Friday Night Lights because I do like Rudy. It's a good movie, but I mean it's really just about a kid that was on the practice squad and got like one play in there. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just not.
Rudy.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right,
it's not as cool as the state championship game in Friday Night Lights. It's just not.
Okay, I like Friday Night Lights. I would put Remember the Titans and Rudy above Friday Night Lights, but Friday Night Lights is probably number 3 for football. Maybe Little Giants. That's a good movie too.
Have you ever seen Brian's Song?
No, never seen it.
Brian's Song is.
Nah, never seen it.
It's probably like it would probably go Remember the Titans. Brian's Song, Rudy.
I've never seen it. I know that's wrong.
Like this, I've seen this somewhere. It's like the only movie that will make a grown man cry. Just saying, putting that out there.
Well, then I'm not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna watch it.
Oh, I forgot one. I forgot an honorable mention. Cool Running.
Boy.
What's that?
Cool Running.
Cool Running.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Sanka, you dead man.
Yeah, that's classic.
That's a great
one. A lot of those Disney sports movies. How many of them did we just name? You know what I mean?
Remember the Titans. Cool Runnings.
Mighty Ducks. Sandlot.
Is Sandlot Disney?
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
6.
God knows you're going in.
Rutabaga. Yeah, that shit's the best, man. I love that movie.
Yeah.
All Hot right. Ice.
I heat up the ice pack.
Little help here.
Oh shit.
All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Hooligan stories from high school. You guys were hooligans for. You guys were mainly soccer hooligans because that was the main thing. I did it for basketball, but it's not really the same. But let's just shoot the shit with some good stories.
Yeah. So I never really went to basketball games because I wrestled in the winter, so I never really had time. So
and then you almost got kicked out for yelling stuff.
No, I did get kicked out.
Anthem, hilarious.
Yeah, that's definitely up there. Most ridiculous hooligan story is the one basketball game I ever went to. It was right after wrestling practice. I'm just standing there. The team is getting Wall Township, I think it was getting announced, and after every player, I just screamed "sucks." I don't know why. Really bad judgment, like just being an idiot. But I really didn't care at the time. And this lady cop, as the national anthem was going on, grabbed me and was the lead. That was pretty bad. It was all about soccer, though, honestly. Like, Manalapan was really the first high school to have a legit club like that. You know what I mean? We were the first one in high school, so it was a really big deal for everyone to get together, go to the soccer games, just go all out, no matter how bad the team was. And our senior year, that was one of the worst teams I had to watch consistently ever.
I'm going to say that was the worst team in like the past 10 years.
That team was awful.
With the best bench.
I went to every single game.
Yeah, the hooligans were
my fucking head off.
We were probably like the best in a couple of years too, like hooligan wise. If we had a good team, like
we squatted up, dude. We really did.
And like throughout the season too, like I mean, even at the end, like the last game, like we still had a full squad.
Yeah.
So respect.
We had the girls team though, who was good. The girls soccer team, they were good. They lost in a heartbreaker, but they were awesome.
Those are two of my favorite stories actually from the girls soccer games. One was one of the girls playoff games. I started an I Believe chant, and it was probably one of the greatest moments in my life.
That's cool.
It was that cool. And then the other one was I actually got kicked out of a girls soccer game.
I remember that.
So that was, you know, it was a big hit, a clean hit, and I just celebrated like it was a normal soccer game. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if it's guys or girls. If there's a hit, I'm gonna celebrate. And I got escorted in a golf cart all the way up the hill. And the guy was like, if you cheered and my daughter was the one who got hit, I would have came over and popped you in the face. And I was like, oh, okay. And you know what? Like, it was like, just like, I was like, whoa! And then, yeah, so.
Yeah, I got kicked out a bunch of games in high school, man. Not just senior year, junior year too. I got kicked out of I got the next game. I wasn't allowed to attend the next soccer game. Obviously, I did, and I just kind of like was hiding behind people the whole time. But I got banned from games before.
Yeah, I remember the time where when Mike Miggs barked at the referee and got in a lot of trouble.
I was gonna bring that out. Shouts, Mike Miggs.
That was awesome.
The ref stopped the game. Ran across the field like a good 40 yards and said, hey, stop barking at people or I'm going to kick you out of the game. And he just ran up the bleachers and I'm pretty sure continued to bark at people. But
I think he started meowing at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, we really towed the line a lot with like what was okay, because like people were so like the athletic departments, they were so sensitive in high school. Like they didn't want us to say sit down, shut up, like give me a break. But I remember one time it slipped out because whenever someone would have a good header at the guys' games, I'd be like, oh, you know, Christy gives great head or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And I said it at a girls' game once, and then I had to kind of catch myself because you can't say that about a girl.
Not
was
good.
Bad.
They get real sensitive about that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I remember.
Really do.
I remember hearing all the chants, mainly because I was on the bench and wasn't like in the heat of the game. So
yeah, you were like our bench coach.
I could definitely appreciate all the chants. I heard all of them. I got a few myself, whether it was during the game or during warm-ups.
Did.
It was a great time. I even had my goal celebrate. I never scored a goal for varsity because I didn't play much, but
right.
That's a separate conversation.
Yeah, it's a whole nother story.
I had it all planned out. If it was a home game and I scored a goal, I was running right to the hooligans. I was jumping over the fence and going into the bleachers with the hooligans and just going wild.
It would have been classic.
That would have been epic. That would have been epic. I remember one of the games that we did win that year when Finella scored at the very end of the game. It might have actually been in overtime. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun. Um,
I
yeah, and
really like
baseball.
when we were,
You guys, we all went to baseball, right?
Yeah.
Because our
Yeah.
baseball team was great.
I did not actually go to baseball. I'm sorry.
You missed
Luke,
out. What an
Luke, do you
idiot.
remember the time where I was it after a walk off or a game winner when
Yes.
we ran the bases?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I forget who hit it, but yeah, it was a walk-off home run, and me and you just instantly were on the field. I had one finger in the air, running the bases. I
We
had
ran
the
the bases. Like I
yeah,
think
I had the headdress on and everything.
we might have celebrated home plate with the team. Now I don't even remember. I think I blacked out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
really enjoyed being when the Freehold game was on MSG Varsity, and we literally had like I think 100 hooligans, but the best was
Yeah.
we watched the game. We lost, of course, but you would watch the game and you would hear yourself chant because Luke was the head chanter, but I had one chant. I had the Hey It's Franklin chant, and I clearly remember watching the game, and all of a sudden I hear Hey It's Franklin, and I was like, that's me. That's awesome.
Yeah, I heard myself the whole game, but the best part for me about the game that was televised on MSG Varsity, they had video footage of me. Like, there was a kid
Giving the
from
red card.
Freehold who showed up to the game late, so I like ran down, and I gave him the red card, and they had that like the entire exchange was on MSG Varsity. It was so funny, man. It was great.
Side note, I'm pretty sure you have my red and yellow card still.
Probably. I took that. Those became mine. Everyone knew who was
were
handing out
totally
the ketchup
mine,
and the
but
mustard.
okay.
Yeah, well, I go to the games now, some of them when I can, because Ryan still plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the attendance is not as good as it used to be, and they're not there, they're not ready to go when the game starts. But when they're there, they're okay. They got some pretty good chants. They do this like Haka tribal chant, which is really good. And they
Yeah,
do
it's
the roller coaster. I'm sure you guys have seen that one. Yeah,
yeah.
the roller coaster is really, really good. I like that one. But of course, it's not the same because we're not there. They don't have the enthusiasm. It's you can't teach that type of thing.
I think my
No, you can't. It's just I don't know. It's different, man. We really squatted up for that stuff. We really did have 100 kids in the stands, man. Every game, every game.
I think the best chant we had because we were so terrible was like it would be like the start of the second half and we would just start singing Miracle.
I need a
I
miracle.
need a miracle. And like it was just the greatest thing because first of all that song's awesome. Like awesome. And really like everyone knew the words and we were all dancing. But like
And we really did need a miracle because our
it
soccer team
never
was
worked. It didn't work once, and it was really a shame. But that was probably like one of my favorite things to do was sing that song.
Yeah, that was fun.
My most fond memory as a hooligan, because I couldn't do it for soccer, so I was pretty much limited to basketball. Well, two actually. For the first basketball game, we tailgated outside, and by we I mean like 8 people, and nobody wanted to keep the grill, like all the grill equipment, so we keep it in his car, and kind of lucked out with that. I'm pretty sure he made out with a free grill. Pretty funny. But for that game, I brought a poster to the game. It was a Super SETI poster. I put Mike SETI's face on Superman's body.
I remember that.
And as soon as I walked in the gym, administration was all over me, and they're like, "You can't have that poster. It's a school rule." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's a basketball game." And then they took the poster from me. It was confiscated. I had to go talk to the principal the next day to make sure I knew the rules. It was nonsense.
You want to know something? You want to hear a funny story, Eric? So the time that I never got like called down to the main principal's office in high school. I don't know. I just didn't get in trouble like that. But the one day I cursed off a ref at a shore conference match for wrestling, and I got called down to the principal's office because we were wrestling the best team in the state, Jackson Memorial, half our lineup was injured, so half our line was JV guys. We were wrestling the best kids in New Jersey. Nobody won their matches. We had 3 kids that were in close matches, and nobody won. I cursed off the ref. We lost the team point, so it went down in the box score as like 60 to -1. Manalapan. We had -1 points because of me, and I got called down to the principal's office because of that. And then the next day, I kicked out during the national anthem of the basketball game. So I went to the principal's office twice, back-to-back days, and I'm pretty sure he was like, "Is everything okay at home? Like, are you all right, man? Like, what, you're really acting out lately." I don't know.
The only other time I went to the principal's office had nothing to do with sports. Well, actually, a little bit. The time when we went to the FBLA trip, and instead of taking the test that we were supposed to take, like
That was
30
awesome.
kids from an album all took the sports section, and the first 4 from an album kids in like 4 minutes, and we all got in trouble the next day at school. That was great.
Yeah,
This
I
haze was
remember
so
that.
cool.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
I got my cowbell taken away from me, which was a shame.
I remember that too.
First soccer game, I started ringing it. So and they were like, you could get it back, and I never got it back. So that's like $10 gone.
That's fucked up.
They owe me $10. Just saying.
Yeah, you don't take a man's cowbell.
That's for
No.
sure.
We always need more cowbell.
Well done.
Yeah. All right. Subject of Manalapan. Any posts from Manalapan residents group this week? You guys got anything?
I'm trying to find them. I have them saved in my phone. I got a couple good ones though. I know.
All right. Well,
I
in the
sadly
meantime,
don't.
I don't know if it's true. Somebody told me that what's today? Monday? Was
Yeah.
it yesterday or Saturday? That Bruce Springsteen was at Four Boys eating ice cream.
Wow.
Yes, that
Just
was in the
It's-
Manalapan residents group. That confirmed
can you
fact.
confirm it? What?
It was definitely him.
What? What?
Yeah. I have no
Why was he
idea
here?
why he'd be at Four Boys, but it was 100% him. In the blurry picture that they posted, it was him.
The amateur picture.
Yeah.
Can you bring it up on the screen? Can you bring it up on your phone by any chance? Can you have access to that? I have a hard time believing that Bruce Springsteen can come to Manalapan to get ice cream.
I'll send it to you after this because I don't know if I can get it up right now. But I do have a couple posts here that are.
That's the biggest Manalapan had in years.
What's up?
That's the biggest name to come through Manalapan since the situation.
Probably.
Who's in jail? I think. By the way.
Who knows what's up with them? So I got one right here. This lady writes.
Well, what's her name? First name.
Irina. It looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like having a name. I put a face to it.
Yeah. Agreed. So she says, need reviews on Huntington Learning Center. My daughter is in 6th grade. A student has no problems in school, but wants to get more advanced. Deciding between private tutor versus center. Would appreciate any input. So obviously, this lady's daughter is doing awful in school.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to admit that, but she needs advice on either a private tutor or Huntington Learning Center. So she made up this lie that her daughter wants to do more schoolwork. Get that out of here. When you're in 6th grade, you're not thinking about schoolwork at all. You just want to play outside. That's your only goal when you're that age. So don't try to lie to me and tell me that your kid wants to learn more.
I
No,
know.
that's right.
I thought about recess.
There's no way a 6th grader is trying to get more advanced. There's no way a 6th grader is trying to get better in school, like more advanced English class. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Not happening.
I got another one here. This one's from Marianne.
That's cool. First of all, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't.
Hey, you're the new guy.
Drew, I didn't see you there, buddy. Sorry.
I didn't think Huntington Learning Centers were real.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't know.
I know, like,
And-
are Kumon and is the Goddard School?
Is that how you
like
pronounce it?
What?
That's how you pronounce that?
I think it's Kumon.
I don't even know what you're
What else
talking
could it
about.
be?
I know Goddard, though, and Sylvan. There's a Sylvan
Goddard,
Learning Center.
Goddard is a preschool.
Okay,
Whatever.
then never mind.
Obviously, I didn't go to any of these advanced learning centers. That's pretty
Right.
clear.
All three of us are not advanced.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Whatever. That's a good post. Luke, what's the other one?
This one was just really random, like just really out there. I don't know what would possess someone to just write this in a Facebook group. From Marianne, positives today. Number 1, bright and sunny day. Agreed. Number 2, Manalapan Post Office parking lot has been fixed. Great feeling backing out of the spot and not having to worry about the potholes. List your positives for today. Have a good day. So, what's your take on this?
Wait, before you begin, those are two solid points.
Yeah, agreed.
That parking lot was really terrible.
I don't know. I didn't know people still even used post offices. Like people
I have been
in the Newsies,
5 years.
people in the Newsies who Drew is dressed up as an old man. That's the only people that go to the post office.
I haven't been in the post office in probably 5 years. At least.
Yeah, it has to be more.
And it was
I
to
don't
drop
know.
off like a package, so like it wasn't really inside. It was like at the lobby.
Yeah, that doesn't even count. So I don't know who would have to park there, and I mean I guess there were bad potholes. This lady was like excited. This is the first thing she did in the morning. She went to the post office, realized it was a bright and sunny day out. She backed out, was like, "Wow, no potholes. I need to post this in the Manalapan residence group."
Yeah, good day.
The first thing she did.
That's a good day. I hope, was that on a Monday? Because that'd be a great Monday. I know you guys talked about this before, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm not sure what day of the week it was.
That's a good Monday post. Were there any comments? Anyone else comment on it?
Yeah, there are a lot of comments. I didn't save any of those. Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks. Drew, do you not have access to the group still?
I know. I'm sadly not a part of the Manalapan residence page.
Dude,
Wait, Eric.
The
I'm
qualifications are tough, man. You can't just get in nowadays.
I know.
The newsie has to stop the presses real quick. I almost forgot the best one. I can't believe I almost forgot to read this one. All right, so the name got cut off, so I don't have a name, but this one's good. I just came back from taking my 2 adorable Shih Tzus for a walk on this beautiful sunny day, and I have to say that I am disgusted at some of these people who live in my development. Gettysburg, Richmond, Wilfred. Not only did I have to keep pulling my dogs away from crap that people didn't clean, but I stepped in a big clump that someone left right in the middle of the sidewalk in front of someone's house. And now I have to throw my sneakers in the garbage because I'm absolutely skeeved out. To the pigs who do not clean up after their dog, you are selfish and you have no respect for your neighbors. No class whatsoever. You should keep your dog at your own backyard. You know who you are.
Oh, yes.
Shots fired, yo.
The end
Right?
was great. The end was great. You know who you are.
She is furious.
Yeah.
And I would be too. I would be too. No one wants to step in dog shit. That's awful. But this lady called whoever it was, called him out.
I'm just saying, like, she might have just set herself up for, like, way more dog craps on her lawn, though. Like,
Definitely.
everyone could be looking at this and, like, sabotaging where, like, she's gonna walk. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, it could get messy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't have a dog, so I've never done the whole picking up shit after a dog thing, but it's messed up to not clean up after your dog. However, for somebody to walk on a sidewalk and step on a pile of shit and not see until they step on it, that's irresponsible. You got to be self-aware, head on a swivel at all times, look where you're walking, and walk around it. That shouldn't happen.
I agree. I find it hard to believe that if there's a pile, as she described it, a pile of dog shit in the middle of the sidewalk, I'd be able to sniff it out, or at least see it from a mile away.
I immediately think of the scene from I Love You, Man, when he's walking on the boardwalk, and he's like, "Hey, clean after your dog, man," and he just goes crazy. He's like, "Ah!" Classic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but no, she's a liar. Because that didn't happen. She didn't step on any dog shit. No way.
Yeah, you think she was just trying to stir up some drama?
No, I know she was trying to stir up some drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Anything else from you guys? It's been a pretty quiet week.
Yeah. You've been watching any World Series baseball, Eric?
Yeah, I have. The Giants are gonna win. There's no way they lose 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I'm pissed, man. I just fucking don't like the Giants, man.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're really good.
I love the way the Royals play baseball. It's like, it's how baseball should be played. You know what I mean?
Fun to watch.
Like, yeah, it's just fun to watch. Like, you can't not root for the underdog. Like, so I hope they kind of pull it out. That'd be really cool.
All right. Well, the World Series is gonna end this week, so we'll pay close attention. We'll probably see some sick celebrations. So maybe we'll bring that up next week.
Absolutely.
It'll probably be the Giants, but who knows? If it's the Royals, we'll have some more to talk about. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen.
I'm just saying that I might be starting a new product, or not product, little project thing. So I'm gonna do a shameless plug right here. Me and my buddy Mike Migliaro are planning to do the world's worst Movember. So we will have an Instagram, because neither of us can grow out facial hair. So we're going to put up an Instagram and a link to donate, so that will be up eventually, and it would be cool if people donated to Men's Health. So just a little shameless plug right there.
I can get behind that. That sounds like a nice thing.
All right, then.
And my mustache is going to be really terrible.
I was going to talk about the beard next week, but we can do it now.
No, we'll save it for next week.
David, I thought you guys already talked about it, though.
No.
In one of your weeks, you guys talked about growing out facial hair, but you didn't talk about. Yeah, you talked about growing out facial hair because you guys said it was getting itchy.
Maybe. I don't know.
We
just talk about so many things here. It's just
about so many things.
Time flies when you're podcast. I can't possibly remember everything I say.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right.
Not saying, just saying.
I have a reminder from Swaggy Galley. There is 1 week left of the Shmoney Dance contest. So far, as I'm concerned, there have been 0 submissions. There's also been no promoting. There's also been no promoting or advertising of any kind. So this is it right now. Me advertising it. I think the winner might have to just battle Chris in a Shmoney dance off.
What am I missing here? What am I missing?
Oh, Chris put out a contest. Whoever sends in a video of the best Shmoney dance gets to come on the show or gets to come on the podcast. I don't know.
So there's no money involved.
Shmoney. Yeah.
Shmoney.
All right. Guys.
Peace out.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate the invitation.
You said, but no doubt. Let's bump on the way out. Let's do this.
Oh, this song's the shit.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the D.R.E. Yeah.